This video is uh, for me. This video is so that I can remember, I don't forget, I can look back on it, and I can do the math while I am sitting here with you guys. You guys are more than welcome to go through this with me and follow along, track the progress, and see where we end up. I will say that if that's what you choose to do and this works out the way that I plan and you follow along from the beginning, then you may see similar success. Maybe. The goal here is to build a revenue stream that produces $10,000 a month. Now, uh, for me, there is a little bit of a unfair advantage because I already have several YouTube channels that are already monetized. Therefore, every time I post a video, as long as somebody watches it, I'll make money on it. Granted, if very few people watch your video, you won't make very much money, but the channels that I have typically produce 50 to 100,000, if not more, views per day. Therefore, there's that easy boost. But the goal here is to produce $10,000 in a month. And so I'm going to look at it from two different perspectives. Essentially, this $10,000 a month will break down to roughly $300 a day, roughly. Really more like 350, 400. I'm trying to use easy numbers here, but we're looking at 10,000 a month, $400 a day. And so the goal here is to eventually replace the YouTube ad revenue with a different revenue stream. Granted, it could replace it, but it may not. And then you can make, or I can make $20,000 in a month. And so in order to get $10,000 in a month, you know, I would say on average, you get 1,000 views, you get paid per 1,000 views. And so on average, 1,000 views is worth like $5. Let's just say it's $5. And so in order to get $10,000 out of $5 per 1,000 views, you would need 2 million views a month. And that would break down to a little over 66,000 views a day. So there's that. However, I would also like to, what I would prefer to do is to make it so that no matter how many views a video gets, a converted sale from a customer would produce the same amount of money. And so $10,000 a day divided by 30 days. So we're looking at $333. So that would be ideal. Now, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to swing for the fences on this one. And instead, I'm not going to try to sell something for that much money every single day. I'm actually going to try to sell something for more money maybe every single day. But realizing that some days you may sell none, some days you may sell one, some days you may sell 10. And when that happens, then it's like, well, it doesn't matter how many views you get anymore. It only matters how many sales you make. But at the same time, you still have the opportunity and ability to make views, to make sales and get views, essentially shooting for this $10,000 goal. But the question really is, now that you got the numbers figured out, what are you going to sell? Well, what I'm going to sell is exactly what I do and the secrets to get it done. And, it's like they're secrets, but they're not, because other people are doing them. Other people are sharing them. It's just that not everybody is going to be a student of nor a graduate of YouTube University, or I heard that. Yeah, I heard that on TikTok, actually. This young lady was talking about YouTube University. And basically what it boiled down to was she just watched a lot of YouTube videos and then connected the dots to figure out how to make the money. YouTube is a great resource for information. It's also a great source for misinformation and bad information. But I think the key here is actually seeking out the information and then disseminating and then taking action. Okay. And I would say that the knowledge that I have and um, the actions that I take on a daily basis that has produced substantial amounts of revenue is extremely valuable to others who are interested. The key is presenting it and packaging it, offering it up for sale, and letting them know that it's available. That's the key. And that's kind of where we've fallen away from. We've gotten away from because YouTube has become like a clickbait haven and everything isn't what it seems. And then once you're in it, then you're slowly transitioned over to some sort of pitch of sale that no one was actually interested in to begin with. And then you're just rolling the dice, hoping that you can attract enough eyeballs that would be willing to click buy now, load their shopping cart up and complete the sale. But at the same time, it's like, well, now the regular way, the traditional way of literally trying to attract the right customer almost seems foreign. And that is rare and may even stand out more. But it's also extremely specific. For instance, I told my wife this morning, I said, we bought this house because there was a listing on Zillow that showed the house and it showed the price, and we were interested. We then came to look at the house and then we submitted an offer. I asked her, I said, well, if the listing didn't have a photo or it didn't have a price or it was not at all what we expected it to be, for instance, maybe it was just an image of a, a candle. It was an image of a candle burning and it had some clever hook line and it intrigued you and inspired you to click it. And then once you're inside, you realize it's a house for sale that costs a substantial amount of money. And now they're hoping you're going to submit an offer. Odds are very few people would submit that offer. I mean, you'd have to have a lot of eyeballs to get an offer, okay? To get anyone interested, truly interested in buying, for which we were. And that's where this regular format of strategically stating and sharing exactly what you have as far as information, as far as product, as far as service, whatever it may be, you would attract those who are actually interested in it because either it comes across their feed and they are like, yeah, I want to know more about that, or better yet, they're searching for it. And that's exactly what I plan to do.